Comes to the future of US Steel, another company has waded into that mix. The Ancora Holdings Group has acquired a 0.18% stake in the company. In a letter sent out today, the firm announced they are seeking an independent slate of directors at US Steel and a new CEO. According to Ancora, they believe the CEO would be willing to walk away from the deal with Japanese-based Nippon Steel. The deal between US Steel and Nippon Steel is currently still pending, as the deadline to unwind the proposal was extended by the Biden administration. However, President Trump has also vowed to block that deal. US Steel releasing a statement in response to Ancora today. They say they remain confident their partnership with Nippon is the best deal for American steel, American jobs, American communities, and American supply chains. They believe Ancora's interests are not aligned with all US Steel stockholders. Back in our area.